Okay, for our second video, we're going to cover what is the development process overview. I'll also go over some time frames so you'll know what to prepare yourself for, and just before you start. So, overall review of the process. You would want to start, and by the way, I'm covering this in the book, but I want to go over it right now in some more details. So first thing, you want to start with research and analysis. You want to find the right size of your ADU for your investment, whether it's a rental property or for your own use. You still want to make sure that you're making the right investment. So you want to start with research and analysis. Your second step will be budget. You want to set a budget for your ADU based on information that you're going to collect for the various development costs. Very important. You do not want to start your project without having a set budget in place. Third step, I'm always talking about it in my videos, my book, everywhere, everyone I'm talking to. Feasibility. You can do your feasibility by just inquiring and asking questions your planning department or your professional that you're working with, or if there's challenges on your property, or if you feel that there's a need, you want to get it done with a site map and meeting with your local planning department. Okay, so that's the third step. Next step, fourth step, you want to start your designs. Designs can be either with creating floor plans that are 2Ds and 3Ds. You can do designs that are going to have full finishes of your unit from inside and outside, or you can choose that it's not, but it doesn't matter. But bottom line starts with basic floor plans designs, elevations to see how things are going to look like. From there, you're going to start creating your full set of plans and construction drawings. It can be architectural drawings, structural engineering drawings, energy calculations. If you are in some places that you're going to need to have surveys, you need to have those surveys in place. If you are in areas that will require you to have additional engineering, you need to have those. And we'll talk about those, when we talk about plans. Next step, you're going to submit those to your building and planning department to get it reviewed, get it cleared. It's going to go in different departments. You need to know that. Like I said several times so far, it's a new development, so it will go through different departments exactly as if you're developing a new property. So do not expect it to be a quick process and a quick review. You will spend some time in different departments in the city to get it reviewed, approved, and cleared for you to get your permit for construction. Next phase, once you have your permits, you can basically start getting estimates from contractors. Actually, you can do that even before. I usually recommend to start the process of qualifying contractors during the time that your plans are in the city getting reviewed. It's going to save you time later on. So you want to create a scope of work, and then you want to solicit it to get estimates for your construction. Then you need to purchase your materials. In most cases, you will find that a contractor, if you're hiring a general contractor, he's going to provide all the rough materials. Rough materials are things like concrete, steel, lumber, roofing materials, plumbing, meaning electrical and plumbing that goes inside the walls, drywall. Those are all the rough materials. But in most cases, even if it's going to be a general contractor that you're going to hire or a non-general contractor, meaning you're going to be your own builder and you're going to break it down, you will need to provide the finished materials, and you want to create a list for those as well and budget it yourself as well, and make sure that you have right deliveries on the right time yourself. And those materials are going to be things like doors, windows, cabinetries, bathroom finishes, different items. We'll talk about those as well. And the last phase, of course, is going to be going through construction with inspections, different inspections. You're going to have, building and safety inspections, your different utility companies inspections. In between, you're going to have engineer observations and inspections, and you're going to have deputy inspections. We'll talk about those. There's different inspections involved with any development. And at the end of it, you're going to get your certificate of occupancy. Now, when we talk about time frames for those different steps, it's very important that you will set expectations with the different professionals that you're going to work with to get an understanding of how long it's going to take you to go in between those different steps. What do I mean? I mean, you need to know how long it's going to take you to create your floor plans and 3D designs if you chose to have 3D designs. I can tell you that usually when we do those, it takes us anywhere between 1 to 3 weeks. Depends how big of a project, how complicated it's going to be, and how many informations and details we need to put in. Usually once you're going to have those first floor plans and 3Ds, then you're going to have a back and forth communication between you and your designer to make sure that things are done to your satisfaction. You're probably going to request to make some changes, adjustments, and so forth. So that's going to also take some time. Once that's done, you need to know how long it's going to take to create your complete set of construction documents, the one that you can then take and submit to the city, meaning how long it's going to take to create a full set of architectural drawings, because a full set of architectural drawings has different type of drawings and elements that needs to go inside, and we'll go over it and talk about it, but get to know how long it's going to take to create those, how long it's going to take to create structural engineering plans if needed. By the way, most projects will need it. How long it's going to take to create any additional engineering, like Title 24, which is energy calculations. If there is stormwater drainage, how long it's going to take to create those. If there's land surveys that are needed, how long it's going to take those. If there's soil engineering that is needed, how long it's going to take those. Okay. Now, I can tell you that usually on our end, we know it takes us to create a full set of architectural, structural, basic engineering, and so forth, anywhere between 8 to 10 weeks on bigger projects and 4 to 6 weeks on smaller projects. But you want to know how long those are going to take. That's the second time frame. Remember, first one was design, then getting all your construction documents in place. Then you want to know how long it's going to take you to go through the process with the different departments in your local building and planning department. This is a hard one to know, but an experienced company that has worked in your local planning department, that has some kind of experience, will be able to give you some general timeframes and expectations, and will be able to answer your questions. Be aware, if anyone telling you that it's going to take a couple of weeks, either they haven't done it before or they don't know what they're talking about. It's a new development, keep that in mind. You're probably going to spend anywhere between minimum of a month for I would say a garage conversion that is pretty straightforward, but usually it's way more, okay? And I've seen projects, we had some that took 2-3 months, and we had projects that took 6, 7, and 8 months to get fully approved before owner were able to start, because there's different elements involved. If you have easements on your property, if you have clearances that you need to get from different departments, if there's additional drawings and engineering that the different departments are going to ask, those are going to add to the time frame. So ask the questions, get to understand what it's going to take, but don't be surprised during or after, and don't be surprised if you're getting answer that it's going to take months, because usually that's how long it's going to take. Then when you're starting to interviewing contractors, ask them, okay, how long it takes them to get their process done. How long, what is their setup? You want to get a clear understanding of what's the time frames it's going to take you to build it with that contractor. Once you have all that information from design, planning, construction documents, city process, and then the construction, you'll have a better understanding of what your time frames are going to look like from start to finish.